Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome everybody to our Thursday night live Let's Play. Joke would like a train whistle, so that's what we're going to do right now. There we go. Good day. Hello, welcome everybody. How are we all doing? I hope we're doing alright. Yeah, a little bit of frames at the beginning. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It should settle down. It should settle down. Yes. So, how are we doing? Yes, it's been an interesting day over here. I've been working towards getting the next video ready. Speaking of videos, let's have a look at the last and... right, okay. So my last major video was the best OpenTTD score. Now, you guys know what that's all about, so that's going to be a great fun if you haven't seen that. And the next video is a top secret one. I think that's all I'm going to say about that, actually, is the next one's top secret. I don't know when it will be coming out. It might be Saturday. I'm still in the... what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's still in the works. It's still in progress. But it might be ready. It might get ready. We'll see. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Right then. Let's. Oh god. Right. Okay. Yeah. I've got some errors from YouTube. I think they're like behind. Like, I think the errors are lagging on YouTube. But it's we're just doing a little bit of testing before the main part of the stream starts. If you are waiting for the main part of the stream, that'll be in just over 5 minutes time. There we are down there. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And yes, the secret is an interesting title. Yeah, it's not the title. That's not the title of the video, and I'm not going to reveal the title of the video. Although, if tomorrow the video is ready to go out on Saturday, then I'll release a short teasing the video. But at the moment, I don't know, because progress on the video is good. It's nearly done, but I haven't been feeling so hot today, so I don't know whether I'm going to be able to work on it tomorrow. We'll have to see how I feel tonight, and then what I do tomorrow. So we'll see. Will the video involve tunnels? Maybe. I don't know. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go through the rest of the news and all of that good stuff. So I've already mentioned the timer in the corner. If you're not watching live, you can fast forward if you want to go to the gameplay. And we spoke about my last major video. Now, I say major video because I did put out a highlights video recently of the, and was it recently? Yeah, it was yesterday, I think it was, wasn't it? And it was the first game from the charity live stream. So if you didn't see the big charity live stream that we did recently, I made a highlights video for you of the first game, and I think it's pretty good. Yes. Will the video involve you in some way? Yes. Yes, the video will involve me. Will the video involve road vehicles? Yes. Yes, it involves road vehicles. Yeah, so that's what came out yesterday, and what we're going to be doing on Monday, because Monday nights are community gaming nights over on the second channel. So if you go over to masterhellish.net, scroll down to the bottom, you'll get to see the link to the variety channel, or on the bottom of my YouTube homepage, there's a link to the variety channel as well. Yeah, that is really in-depth info. The video I'm making involves me in some way. I'm not sure we can count that as a spoiler. It's not a top secret spoiler. I've got an itchy head. I think my headset's not sitting properly. So yes, I don't think we need to worry about a spoiler alert for that, do we? But yes, no clues about the video now. It depends. If I will will you make a highlight video of the other two charity games? Yes, of course I will. Yes. So you will eventually get highlights of the other two charity games. I've done game 1, moving on to game 2 and 3. I used to have somebody who would help me out with highlight videos, not the Let's Plays, but like the event. So charity games and viewers games. But unfortunately, at the moment, we haven't got the budget for that, so I'm doing everything myself at the moment, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. hopefully we can get the channel to grow, and we get the budget up, and we can do bigger and better things on the channel. We can do the main stuff and some side projects too. Oh, speaking of interesting side projects and growing the channel. First, growing the channel. Let's see how many subs we got. We're up to 32,208. Now, wouldn't it be really nice, okay, to get another, should we say, 14 subscribers tonight? I think that would be a nice round number, don't you? A nice interesting number to get it up to. So if you are watching and you do like retro games, transport games, all the sort of strategy and simulation that I do and all of that stuff, please do subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Oh, there you are. There's a preview of the OpenTTD music. We're not quite ready for that yet. Go away. We've got a minute yet. How's Max Permadeath doing? Max Permadeath's on hold. There was an announcement on the channel. You can go over to the channel and read that. Yeah. Is it monthly giveaway tonight? I believe it is, Fran the Man. I believe it is. I'd have to look at my calendar to make sure. Where are we? Well, that's not even this month. My calendar's been hovering around the September time, because not only have I booked travel now for the Hellish weekend at the beginning of September, but I've now booked a LAN party mid-September. I'll provide details about that in case anybody wants to go to the same event. But yes, tonight is the last major stream on the channel of the month, so yes. 32,222 is a good number of subs to get to, so yes. Yes, 33,333 would be better. Yes, I do agree, but that would be a pretty big jump. It would be a pretty big jump from where we are. We're not going to get that in one live stream now, are we? Hey, but thanks for all the likes on the stream and so forth. Yeah, YouTube still thinks that we've got a problem, but we haven't. So I might just refresh that scene, and we'll see how it goes. Have you found an answer to your favourite OpenTTD Steam train yet? Oh, I thought you was just asking about, like, favourite train, not just OpenTTD. Well, if we're talking about OpenTTD trains, it depends, because the reliability of a train changes based on the seed of the map that you're playing and the game. So, it changes. Like, my favourite and the one that I use changes depending on the reliability of each game. So, that's a more definitive answer for you, isn't it? Yeah. If only we could get all those subs at the same time. Yeah, just press a button. Subs. That'd be nice. Right, have I missed any news? Because we were about to jump into the game. Let's see. Oh, yeah, if you want to be part of the preview team, see videos early, provide feedback or timestamps, etc., please get in contact. We have a space or two available on the preview screen. And team, and if you're watching any of my streams or videos on YouTube and you see something funny or interesting, please do clip it using the YouTube feature. It is extremely helpful if you do that. There we go. And I think the only other thing to mention is Monday night on the Variety channel. I did mention we'd be doing the community gaming night, but I didn't mention the game. We're going to be doing another session of Beyond All Reason. So that is a fantastic game to come along and take part or watch playing, because it's just great fun. It is. It's just great fun. All right then, let's get the game up and rolling. I am in the wrong season. We are season 11 now. Oof, time flies by, doesn't it? When do we get to season 11? That's crazy talk. And today we're going to be going back to the new main line. There we go. So let's unpause the game and crack on. Fran the Man says, I did enjoy Super Tux Kart on Monday. I know, it is a fun game to play, that one. It's nice to be able to just jump in and do a bit of Tux Kart every now and then. Yeah. Right then, so we've got all the buses and trams moving around in the main cities on the new main line. And there's one with the trams. And it's all working quite nicely, okay? This main line, you've got trains going up and down it. If we have a look at all the trains going there, we've got 50 of them. We can group them by shared orders, and you can see that they made 35 million last year, which is fantastic. But we don't just want this line to go through the world without being connected to anything else. Okay, and that's what we're going to be working on today. So let's go drawing. There we go. There we are. So just to kind of just go over it again for anybody who doesn't know the various different bits of what we're doing. The part of the network we're looking at the moment is these 5 stations. Okay, so those 3, this one, and the one down here. Okay, those 5 stations are directly linked. Okay, they're linked with these lines, and that is the main line that we are discussing for tonight's live stream. It's the newest line, it's the newest technology and so forth, but it is just like one terminus, 3 through stations, and another terminus. It's very straightforward, very simple, very basic. What we want to do is to be able to connect up maybe some of these other places along the route, okay, in one way or another to that main line all the way along. Okay, and that'll be quite good, right? Can you think of a creative name for the new main line? I mean, it could be the MacLeod line because it's the only one we have. Let's turn off those trees. Thank you very much. I like the trees, but it stops us from being able to see what's going on. Now, the title of this live stream, okay, Next Level Junctions, okay. I want to be able to do some junction designing, take it up a notch, and do some different things with the junctions, because we did some interesting junctions over here on this line. Where's it gone? There we are. For example, this one. Stevie D's Wonderloot. That was a pretty big junction. And it's a pretty interesting junction. And for this one, we had a main line that had... It was a quad line. So it's 2 one way, 2 the other way. And then we also had a dual line going one way and a dual line going the other as well. Can you see it? For those of you not familiar. So you've got an in this way and an out that way. And then you've got an out that way and an in this way. And then you've got 2 lines here, one in, one out. So there's 2 going in here and out and in and out. And then just 1 going in and out that way down the bottom. And every line can go in every direction. So yes, that's Stevie D's Wonderloop. Then we've done some pretty natural junctions that have just developed over time as well. Let's see. Where are we? Here we go. So down here we got the Badger intersection. This is just like developed over time. A junction with 6 entrances and exits. It depends. It depends whether you see the 2s as 4 or not. I mean, really, it's just a crossover with extra tracks, sort of. But these ones should be a little bit more neater because it's just 2 tracks. Okay, we don't need like 2 in each direction. Yeah. So I asked the people on the Discord for their thoughts and ideas about what we could do for tonight's stream in terms of junction designs. So we're going to do some new designs by taking on board what people have thought about. Yeah. Let's see. Where is the OpenTTD? There's the OpenTTD chat. I'm going to have to scroll up a little bit. So there's some interesting junction designs that have been posted on the Discord. And if you're not on my Discord, the links to the Discord are on the top and bottom of my website. Oh, I do have a banner for it as well. Yeah. All the info is at masterhellish.net. And in addition to all the info, the community Discord link's on there as well. See, some of these designs that they've popped on there are 4-way junctions, and some of them are more than that. Yeah, and some of them are less. Like, Guild Games put a very nice simple junction for a T-junction, and I think that might be a good way to start off. So if I show you the way that Guild Games did their junction, and when we can kind of build off that and grow. Sounds good, yeah? Next, are you doing the Swindon Magic Roundabout? Oh, no. Oh, itchy nose. No, we're not going to do the Swindon Magic Roundabout. So let's find a town that we want to connect up. There's probably quite a few big ones around here. This one's going to be interesting because there's nowhere to put a station. Guild Games are simple. It's quite simple. I mean, it's elegant and basic's the wrong word. Okay, there's no extra fluff that you don't need. This town could be a good one to connect up, but we won't do that one right. You know what? I really want to connect this one up. Okay, I don't know why. I just do. Okay, this town over here. I mean, I've now pinned the buildings to be transparent because there's just so many of them and they're so huge. So we're going to come down here. We're going to get rid of that building and that bit of road. And we'll put a terminus station in. And we'll do a British station. And we'll do a drag and drop. And we'll make it 10 before. And then I'll put the buffers on the back. And we'll do some slopey bits. We can decorate it later if we want to. Oh, the local authority hate me. It's alright, we can just bribe them. Bribe them! They think I'm poor. Good. I mean, being poor isn't necessarily good, but there we go. Right. Get rid of that. So we're going to do a simple terminus station with a basic crossover. And what this does is it divides the station up. It divides it into 2 different bits. There we go. There's a tunnel. So that's the line for the track coming in. And that's the line for the track coming out. And then we want them to connect up. And then we'll want them to go over or under this line and then down. Oh, it's not maglev. It needs to be maglev. So alright, converting is really straightforward. There we go. Is it supposed to be regular rail? No. No, it's not supposed to be regular rail at all. So that's the exit. There's the entrance. And what we'll do is we'll just have the 2 exits merge like this so that they're all together. Now, what I want to do is just go up because we're going to be going up anyway. So let's give ourselves a little peek to bridge off. And maybe one there. Maybe one there. Let's try that. So bridge to bridge. Ah, yes, there we go. So we're going up, and then once we're up, we're going to stay up. Not like that, though. Town thinks Hellish is poor. Well, I'm not poor in that sense, have I? I've got nearly 25 billion in the bank account. Right, let's get rid of these evil fish. And I'm wearing it, folks. I'm wearing it. The evil fish t-shirt. Oh no! It did it again. The camera cable touched a button. There we are. I'm going to be aware of there. Evil fish t-shirt. That's what that is. Yes. And you can get your own if you want to. You can. You believe it. Yeah. You can do it at... That's not right. Oh, is that the old one? Ooh, what did I press? Have I got 2 different buttons working? Oh, there we go. That's the right one. So it's the T-Store. tstore.masterhellish.net. There we go. And the message pops up in chat as well. Are you going to do a line sync with that bridge over the monorailway line? Probably not. It's a short enough bridge and there's not a lot of traffic. Now, what we have got is we've got this industry in the way, this builder's yard. So what we're going to do is we're going to kink around it. Just a little kink. There we go. Nothing wrong with a little kink there. And we might do a little bit more of a kink, because when we come straight down from there, we've got this industry in the way. Maybe we'll do the junction and then connect it up. Yeah. Zach wonders whether there's any particular reasons why I'm not doing line syncs. Which ones are you referring to, Zach? You were talking about the ones where when you go over like bridges and tunnel. Yeah, when you use bridges and tunnels, you do extra ones, or is that just the throughput thing? Yeah. Oh, what a horrible coincidence that you accidentally opened up the Viewer Plus ad. I know, right? Have you, Hellish, have you thought about more about giraffe making? Yes, that was going to be one of the announcements today, but I forgot. Right, going back to Guild Games' suggestion here. Now, the line that's coming in is actually higher up than the other line, which we can do here just by digging this one down. It doesn't need to be at this height. Okay, we just came up because we could. So, oh, there's a train in the way. Get rid of the train! There we are. We don't want to bomb the train. There we go. So then, we'll put this line in flat. Okay, we're going to need some tunnels at some point. And then we're going to have some diagonals coming in and out. Yeah. So I think we'll start near the industry because that's the kind of the choke point. Let's put the other line back in as well. We're not going to do the signals just yet. So the industry is kind of like the first point of which the track can raise up. So let's get a bit of track coming off. And let's see. Yeah, we'll get it to go straight up. And we'll go along for a few squares and then we'll come inwards, okay? So at the moment, I'm basically just showing you Guild's design. There we go. We'll do it something like that, okay? Not quite sure where it's going to connect up yet. We'll see. I don't know what sort of diagonal we're looking at, but ideally we want it to connect up here. Now I'm going to do a slight modification because with Guild's design, the train comes up off the line and up the slope, but the train's already up here. This is one of the reasons why I feel it's important to be able to learn how to make junctions. Because if you was just outright copying the design, you wouldn't have done that. You'd have come down here, come off the line and gone up. But I've used the opportunity that the line was up to come up. Right, let's see where we meet. We meet over here. And it is slightly wonky. Can I deal with it being slightly wonky? I'm not sure I can, you know. Let's unwonk it. There we go. Nice and extra. Yeah. Nice and neat. That's what we want it to be, isn't it? Need to find reasons why we destroy people's houses in OpenTTD. Yeah. Rasmus says, no wonky. Yeah. Nobody want the no wonky. I mean, we could potentially do it. So then, the next thing that Guild did was one of these comes off as a kind of T-junction. Oh, they're different lengths anyway. Okay. Right. So let's bring that back. It's not a matter of it being wonky, it's a matter of it being different. So one of these comes off as a T-junction. And that T-junction goes over this rail as a tunnel. And onto the outer rail. So let's blow that up. It comes up here like this. And then the tunnel goes in there. Wait, the people's houses we destroyed don't pay their transport tax. Or maybe. That might well be it. And then we can put a bridge in here. Or a tunnel. Now, bridges are smaller. Now, they've got a smaller footprint. What was the speed of that bridge? 434. What's the max speed of our trains? I'm not sure it tells us the max speed. It tells us when it was built and the value and all that sort of stuff. No, I'm not seeing it up there. So let's go available trains down here. Yeah, 305 max speed. Okay, so if we look at the information on this, you can see it's 434, so it's fine. Yeah. Second line from the top. Oh, it is there? Let's have a look. Oh, it is! Why didn't I see that? It's right there. 402. Not sure. Anyway. And then this one can come this way. We do the similar sort of thing here. That one can connect up like this. And put the tunnel in there like that. Now, of course, we've got a little bit of, like, fixing to do on this one. Okay, because we've got a down and up here that's completely pointless. So we may as well keep it up. And we've got a down and an up here that's also completely pointless. So we may as well keep that one up as well. So this isn't just an outright copy of Guilds. Okay, this is a modification upon that. So we're using the natural slope that we needed to go down, through a tunnel, staying down, and then joining, and then keeping it going. Let's make sure we get the polarity of the signals right. So we'll bring the signals up and into the junction. Signal before the split. There we are. Signal before the merge. What's my signal spacing? 4? I suppose the signal spacing of 4 is not too bad. There we go. And then can't see because of that bridge. So let's get rid of the bridge for a moment because we need to pop a signal there. And then there we go. So that is a variation of the junction that Guild Games submitted. I like this because it's simple, it's neat, and it will flow quite well. There's a few things that aren't 100% ideal, like if a train's waiting here, it's only length 8, and it'll wait and it'll stick out onto the main line. You could resolve that by making it bigger. But I think it's unlikely we're going to be getting a lot of trains waiting on this junction. So let's put it in and see what it is. Now, let's just see. Oh, we're missing a few signals down here. So let's resolve that. There we go. And now we just need to connect these two lines up. So we'll come along for a bit. We'll do the diagonal. And there we go. And I like that. But like I said, I think if I was trying to optimize it a bit, I would do it so that you could get a train length in each of those sections. Oops, we don't want those signals. There we go. So we've got our first station hooked up to the main line. This town probably still hates us. They think we're very poor. There we go. Have you got infrastructure maintenance on? I can't remember. I think we have, yeah. If we go to the company details. Yeah. Infrastructure maintenance is turned on. So. That's probably why I don't put signal spacing a bit closer. Yeah. Yeah, I have to change them from very poor to poor to be able to add stuff in this town. Ideally, I would like to be able to add like road vehicles and stuff like that. But because they hate me, I might just try and do a bit of station spreading. Now, we haven't got any depots on this line, so let's get some depots in. I think if we get rid of that, we go 9 to there, then we should be able to fit in some depots. There we go. Oh, I put that tunnel in the wrong place. I don't think that counts as a mistake, right? Let's make sure we've got that long enough. Yeah, there we go. Just before the tunnels, that works fine for me. Oop, no. Need a little bit longer there. Well, I like this version of the depots. I think it's nice and compact. Obviously, I've just misplaced one. That's not a problem though, right? Don't forget the statue. We might already have a statue there because of the farming. Let's have a look. Yeah, we already have a statue. So we don't need to worry about that. Let's get these signals in. There we go. Signals around the depot. So we've got some depots off the line there. Maybe some depots around here might be a good idea. No, we're not doing depots wrong way this stream. We're counting too many things that could go wrong. Is it just a misclick? We don't count misclicks, right? So I don't think I've done a junction like that before. I really like the simplicity of it. I think if there was a danger that this tunnel, that this bridge would end up slowing vehicles down, I might turn it into a tunnel. And I kind of feel like I would want the smallest diagonal, so probably this one, to be length 10. Is that the smallest one? No, I don't think it is. I think this one's the smallest one. In any case, I built the junction a little small. The only way I can make it bigger is if we come up and then straight down like this. I don't think I really want to do that. I kind of like with you got the runoff down there. I can't think of another way that would be nice to do it. The good thing here, right, the bonus thing here is that if you have got a train that's sat here, okay, waiting at this signal, then once it starts moving and it can go down onto the main line, it's going down this slope. And I think that might give it a little push on the acceleration. Yeah. How do you plan on integrating the industry nearby? Well, this one, well, there is no plan to put industry on this line. This is a passenger line. Yeah. What did you miss? We did an intro and we added a junction and a station. Now, we haven't got a good rating over here yet to do anything else other than that. But we'll see. We'll see. And we're going to try some other different junctions as well. So thank you very much to Guild Games for sending that junction design over. If I scroll through the chat with people showing their various different designs and so forth, in there, let me see if there's anything. Oh, how far back do I need to go? I went back too far. There's quite a lot of chat in the Discord. It's fantastic to see. Now, this, right, you know what? Maybe I can show you the original picture. Let's do that as well. Okay, so can I open that? There must be open in browser. There we go. Right, let me show you this. I mean, there we go. Right. So there we go. That is the that's the junction that Guild Games sent in. Obviously, in a slightly different orientation, and the land height changes at the ends and beginnings are slightly different, but the concept's there. Now, I didn't go for the wooden bridge that Guild Games put in. I thought wooden bridges, not the best. Not the best, really. But the next one I want to look at, I don't want to copy the junction, but the junction gave me an interesting idea. Okay, so let me show you that one. Okay, so this one was from Scarfester. Here it is, and this one has depots in the junction. And there are some things here that would break the normal rules that I would tend to apply to myself. So here, the tracks cross each other. So which is usually a no-no. And also there's no signals on the diagonals, and also the diagonals are too short. But integrating depots into a junction so that the train can use the depots and then move on in an appropriate way. Now that sounds like an interesting challenge. I know, it's a pretty mayhem of a junction, but it's got some interesting thoughts behind it, right? So what I'm thinking is that I build kind of like a big version of this, but then we adapt it to have depots that can be used from like every direction. And then we need to find somewhere to do it. So we want to find somewhere on the main line where there's plenty of space, and we want to join up a city or so. This one here, though, the track's actually separate here. It's separate to get through this oil field. Is that the only reason? I think it is the only reason. Well, we've got a bit of a congestion here. It's fine, though. There's plenty of space down here if we want to put any of these towns connected up to it. But what we could do actually is we could get a station in here down the back end of Flint Hatton, go over the water and maybe connect up down there. Where do you think, chat? I'm not completely sold on any of these ideas, actually. Could do it here. This bit of track over here looks quite nice, but there's no major place that I fancy taking. I mean, we've got to connect this up. Fort Frontingstone. That's going to be a challenge. Don't know how we're going to do that. What about which city? This one. Could do that one. That could be a nice little place to put in. The challenge here is that there's not a lot of room between the city and the main line. Kind of want a bit of a gap. And doing one around here, we'd have to do it around the depot. You know what? Let's put a junction in here. And it can go across the water and it can zigzag to wherever it needs to go. Let's put the junction in first. Okay. Oh, I just want to check something. Just checking the prizes. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we've got a few extra prizes at the moment. Should we do a game giveaway? I feel like we should do a game giveaway. Tell you what, let's have a look. 137 people watching, 38 likes. When we get to 45 likes, I will do a game giveaway. And the game will be one out my goodie bag. I'm not sure. I'll have to find the one to do. Right then. So, a junction round here. Somewhat similar-ish starting to this one. Maybe a little bit bigger. But we're going to try and then modify it to get depots in. Which might be a terrible idea. We'll have to see. So let's now do... Let's use this kind of turn and connection here, right? Oh, we just went to 61 likes. That's how easy it is to like the stream, folks, if you want to. If you want to like the stream, it is incredibly easy for you to do so. Oh dear. Right. Length 10. Let's remove this bit. Oh, we're going for a train whistle as well. Here we go, here we are. Oh yes. Let's do a game giveaway for... Let's do a tycoon game. Oh, this one sounds like it could be a good bit of fun. Espresso Tycoon. There we are, folks. Go to portal.masterhellish.net to take part in that. There we go. So that is the kind of the slip lane on. This bit doesn't have to be a big diagonal. So maybe we do it something like this. Let's, what's the word I'm looking for? Copy the pattern of those two, that one being too wide and further apart. And I guess we could do, like, down here as well. So that one is I mean, that is 10, but it wouldn't necessarily need to be 10. But let's just do it 10 anyway. And then one of these would... Oh, my brain's just stopped working. Yeah, one of these would just go straight like this, which is a little short on the length 8 side of things, right? We'd need, obviously, to tunnel under here. So I'll just do that now. So we get the 2 pieces there, the 2 either side. Knock it down. I'm kind of not looking forward to trying to work out how to do a junction with depots on it, where it doesn't mess things up. But then that's part of the challenge, isn't it, eh? Can we connect coffee to the network? I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. You know what I find annoying? When you try and make a junction and the point where 2 tracks merge, there's a signal, so you have to remove the signal. You don't! You don't! There's a setting! If I can type it correctly. There you go. I've just saved your day. I've just made your day. Whichever way you want to call it. Automatically remove signals during rail construction. Turn that on. And the signal, poof, will disappear. Be careful. I warn you. This is a warning. If you do it while trains are running on your line, you can end up with train crashes. But I've got it turned on. Like you can see me doing it. So like, here's a signal, right, on a piece of track. If I want to do a diagonal going into that, boop, signal's gone. It changed my life when I found this option. Well, you were warned, yes. Oh my god, I need that. This is why I built, so I paused. You could use build. I mean, usually the thing that you do is you just block off that end, block off that end, do your changes, and then come back and connect it up. And then you don't have any problems. So now, this one needs to connect over there. But, actually, let's do that. Let's do the horrible version first. And then we'll fix it. There we go. So, the reason why this is horrible, just to clarify, is that we have a crossing here that we shouldn't have. Oh, another train whistle. Let's go for it. Oh, that was a weird one. There we are. So ideally, you don't want this crossing over here. No. What was that? The game just crashed. Oh, the game stopped for a second then. Oh, it made me worried. I was like, what's going on? Yeah. Right then. So yeah, that junction would almost work. These 2 bits shouldn't really go up and then down again. Then you shouldn't have this bit crossing over here. But I think I'm going to leave that for now. And we're just going to modify this to allow for depots to be included. Oh, right. So first things first. I don't like it. I don't like it. What we could do is put a depot thing over here. Right, okay. Let's come off the line. If we come off the line for 7 and come along for 3, that's kind of like the minimum length to get a depot in. But then we don't just want to go in there from that direction. We're going to want to come in from other places too, right? And then we can add the depot. And it's going to be a double depot. And because it's a double depot, we don't want 90-degree turns. So we have to add another one in. And if we're doing it like this, we may as well have it like towards the middle of the junction. So let's move it over a little bit. Let's put it here. Well, no, I'm not trying to clear the track. Okay. There we go. Right. So that's how trains could get into the depot that way. Now, if that's longer than 16, it's too far away from the main line. It's too far away. I need to bring it closer. Okay. Let's bring it closer. Let's bring it to here. Interesting junction. I know. We're doing something that I don't remember ever doing before, and we're building a depot on a junction. Now remember, folks, your depots have to be 16 squares or less off your line. Otherwise, your vehicles will not attempt to service at them as they're going around. Right, how long's this now? 12 plus 4. Might be a bit too far. Hey! Gil Games, hey, welcome. Look. Hey, Gil. Are you proud of me? It's an adaptation of your junction that you sent. I hope you like it. Anyway, you only lost respect for the wooden bridge. Yeah, that's nice. And I didn't copy you perfectly because of the changes in land height. Because up here, we are 1 land height higher up than we are down here. So there is a modification with the way that the tunnels work and the way that the land stays down and stays up and stuff. But it works very nicely. The only problem is that the only thing that I don't like is that this diagonal here is not quite a train length. But it still would work very, very nicely. And we're going to see how well it works. Now we're trying to do a brand new junction with depots on it. I think instead of putting the depots in the middle there, we'll do like double depots, right? So we'll give it a train length. So we go 6 to here. Oh, hang on, wait. Yeah, 6 to there. We'll put some signals in here. We'll have another track join in there. We'll have a gap, and that's where that's where the depots are going to be. I think that should do it. Let's have a look. 9 to there. 4 to there. The train should be able to see that, okay? Now the question is, how do we now connect this up so that a train coming from off this line can get it and see it in time as well? Now, if this bit was further back, like here, maybe, we could probably bridge over. Like this. Pop our signal on. And trains going down there would be able to get to the depot. That's good. Yeah, bridge. Exactly. Now, the problem is now, I've moved this back, and this bit doesn't fit. So we're going to have to move that. So, let's do that. Told you, we're designing from fresh. So it's a little bit of a different way of doing things. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put the tunnel back. We can tidy the tunnels and stuff up once we've finished. So now, trains that are turning left can get to that tunnel, and trains that are going straight on can get to the tunnel. The problem is that trains now need to be able to get to the right, and oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Huge roundabout junctions. Yeah, a roundabout might be a better idea than what we're doing. Also, we've still got the tracks crossing here, and we shouldn't be doing that. So let's move one of these back further. There we go. Give ourselves some space. And then we need to step over that. One of these needs to step over the other one, and my brain can't just do it right now. The shorter one steps over the longer one, and they're one wide apart as well, which doesn't help. If I move this one even further back, it could be more of a problem. Okay, let's put them next to each other and pop the bridge in. And then we can maybe get... No, the tunnel's still in the way. There we go. Move the tunnel this way. There we go. So this junction's just... Oh no, that train went the wrong way. I mean, I don't like that bit. It's too short. This train's now stuck. Let's give it a little bit of land to unstuck itself on, eh? There you go. Yeah. OpenTTD is the best game ever created, says Mr. X. It's definitely one of the best. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd like to pick which one's the best. Yeah. Could you just stay low between the tunnels, says Guild Games? Yeah, we'll do that sort of improvement once we finalise this brand new design that nobody's ever done in the history of anything. Why is that train going round that way? It can't be because it wants to go to the depot. Probably just because the line was busy and it just routed round. Yeah, look, there's not enough signals. Don't worry, that won't happen once we get things on. So, right, so now that one's gone in the depot, we've got a bit of a problem. Maybe we should disconnect it. Because we've now got to get this train out. So this train has a few options. We can either get it, we'll get it right down the line here. Right. It can either continue forward. Oh, there's a couple of trains in there. But it might have wanted to turn right. And now it can't. No! Oh no! It's happened again. And you know what? I told you how to avoid this when I started working on it. Oh dear. Right, okay, well it's fine. It's fine. Just ignore that. It's not there. Just no, it didn't happen. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. 400 and something people didn't die. Yeah, that's quite a big boom. We'll have to replace some of them. Now that's assuming that the train wants to carry on, but it might have actually wanted to turn right. Or left. Nothing to see here. So if the train wanted to turn right, it needs to connect up here. Which we can do with a bridge like this. Okay. So that gets the train back out to the right if it needs to go there. But then there's another problem. Oh, okay, so that's right and straight on. Once I fix the straight on. Yeah. But the train might also want to go left. Which is not brilliant. What? How am I going to do that? I mean, technically, right? Train in the way. Technically, something like this would work. The train would go around here and then down. It is starting to look very complicated, isn't it? There's 3 different ways that the trains could go once it goes through the depot. Wish you could design your own airport instead of having set ones. Yeah, that might be nice. This is not nice, but it works, right? Yeah. Why not turn the other way out the depot? Well, just turn right and then connect up. You could do that. Actually, we might be able to do that even better because we're going to lower this section here in a second. So let's just lower that now. Put that tunnel back in. That tunnel doesn't need to be that long. There we go. And we want to get over this. Or no, down onto that. So we could just tunnel onto it. The problem is there wouldn't be a signal. There's no room for a signal. There we go. So a train coming in, going to the depot, can now get onto all 3 exits. And that one doesn't need to be that long either, so we could do this. I thought that plane was going along the maglev then for a moment. So that would potentially work. I don't know whether you'd want it to, but it would. Now, the only thing that we haven't got is to being able to get to the depots from this lower track. And really, we could do it here quite easily with a tunnel. So if we go down there, just come up like that. There we go. OpenTTD planes that don't look like normal planes are just maglev in the sky. Well, I like that idea. Yeah, I like that kind of way of looking at it. Okay. So this is a normal junction where I've added a depot that you can get to from any of the 3 directions, and then you can go out in any of the 3 directions. Skylab. Now that is a junction. Now, it's not great yet. One side of the depot is not connected. Let's have a closer look at that. No, looks like the depots are connected. Yeah. Stevie D will be proud. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, this, don't get me wrong, this is horrible. It's interesting, and it was fun to figure out, but it's horrible. But, like, you could do some basic improvements, maybe, like, I don't know. Just to try and neaten things up and not be horrendous. I mean, for a start, you've got a line coming onto the main line before then it comes off, but it's only for the depot. And a signal on the slope for a sharp turn back. How come one of the depots has a straight piece of track inside it and the other one does not? I don't know, actually. I think it's just the angle. So from this angle, you can see the track going into the depot. And from that angle, you can't see the tracks. The track just doesn't exist. I think it's probably the same for the other 2 orientations. So if you look at that one and this one, and then do the same. So the one that you can see in the entrance, the track's there, and the one you can't see in the entrance, the track isn't. You got to remember, this is a modded depot as well. So, shall we try and improve this, or shall we leave it exactly how it is? You could lower the southbound exit from the depots. Bridge over the North Main Line. Oh my goodness. You could lower the southbound exit from bridge. Okay, this is the bridge here. that goes south. I think your norths and souths might be the wrong way around. I don't know. If it works, don't fix it. I mean, I think it works. Oh, look, we're about to find out if a westbound train can use the depot and then get out and round in time. And actually do it in a way that doesn't break. There we go. So it's coming round, and now a train's had to stop on the other side of that tunnel. There's 90 degrees turn, slow it down. I mean, the 90 degrees turns don't slow it down as much as it going through the depot. So when you're going through a depot, you slow down to a set speed anyway, right? And they're not really 90 degree turns. We need a new name for a turn, right? Look, that's a 90 degree turn. That is different from that. Okay, that corner there is a 90 degree turn. That turns throughout 90 degrees, but it's different to it's different to this. This is 245s. Double 40. Yeah, I like calling it a double 45 because you're only looking at this part of the track. You're not looking at what happens in the entire square. Right? You're looking between the two squares. Like this is the 90. Okay? In the other one, it's not a 90. It's a 45. So I think calling them 90 and double 45 is probably the way forward. And calling this one 90 is in line with the game settings. So yeah, these double 45 turns, most of them are alright because your train's going to be going slow in the depot anyway. Yeah. I call both bad, says Guild Games. Alright, okay, right. Fair enough, Guild Games. It is bad. Let's see if we can make this any better. Let's spend a little bit of time to see what improvements we can make. So to me, the first things that stick out about this junction that are probably the worst, okay, is this bit here, and especially this bit here, right? Coming out of a tunnel and then going straight onto the line. That is a double 45, which is bad, and there's no signal, which is bad, right? And then coming out and having a double 45 straight off the line is not great. So ideally, it'd be great to get rid of them. But I can't. I don't think. Unless if this main line got replaced into bridge segments, we get rid of the tunnels. I don't think we can do it there because of the diagonal, but we can certainly try here. So let's let's try that. Let's try getting rid of this tunnel and replacing them. Now, we can't... If I just do that, we can put a signal. That solves part of the problem. I can build a little bridge under there. So that's a tiny improvement, right? Priority signaling, waiting bays, double mainline tracks, and make it bigger. We're not doing priority signaling on this junction. I do want to do some priority signaling, I think. But that is an improvement, okay? So we're able to get a signal right before the turn. The only way we could probably make it better is to get the depot further away from the line so that the train is now waiting in a better position on the way out. However, then the trains won't find the depot. It needs to be that close. Right, Egg says now make the diagonal longer. So to make this diagonal longer, it'd have to... I mean, one thing we could do is just do that, right? That would make the diagonal longer. That's not too much of a problem. But ideally, we'd want to make it even longer than that. one thing we could do is the trains that come out of the depots, we could like pull them into a little yard and then just file them down onto the line. You could extend the distance from the junction with some decoy depots using a logic trap. Oh, I'm not using a logic trap. If I'm going to be doing logic, I'm going to be doing logic, and I don't think I'm going to do logic in this series. I will be looking into logic a little bit. I think it's on my to-do list actually. But that double 90 is not there now. Sorry, that double 45 is not there now. This double 45 would be similar to get rid of actually. Not sure if I could do it as easily. Yeah, I can do it quite easily actually. Come up here, connect that there. Put your bridge in here. So there we go. We've got rid of the double 45s. But it's not the best still. What's your score? Probably... No, that's not it. Detailed performance rating. Oh, it's 900! The same as most scores. Yeah. Why no chain signals? Don't need them. Unless you're doing things like priority merges or anything like that. You just use path signals. Maybe we could do some like complex signaling. Yeah, the minimum profit is a real issue. Yeah. If it was down to me, I'd probably change it all. Oh, I can't put a signal on this bridge for that split. It's not too bad, actually. Okay, we haven't got any more double 45 turns that aren't, like, right next to the depot. This tunnel, we could probably move forward if it wasn't for this bridge. Yeah. Block signals only season sounds fun. I mean, if you want block only signals, have a look at my Transport Tycoon Deluxe Let's Play. Yeah. You chain signal after the depot to force the train to wait, and it will not occupy the line. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't think... I want to try and, like, improve the tracks rather, really, if I can. One of the things I'd like to... Actually, one of the things we can do... You see this diagonal here? That's 8, right? No, wait, it's 9. If we push it back a little bit, maybe 2 squares, right? We can come straight off the line without the run-in. Okay. That should, I think, give us enough room for a train to wait on there if it needs to. Okay. And then we can mirror that on the other side as where this line goes in, right? I just remembered we had that train crash, so we need to get some new trains. How many trains are on this line? 48. That's no good. We need 50. There we are. Right, back to the junction. So now that I've made this improvement, that diagonal can go in there, which then alleviates the need for this. Okay. Maybe we can then improve this one, right? Or maybe move rather than improve. If we can bridge more like here, we could come straight down there and have a bigger diagonal. That frees up a lot of space and makes it much neater, right? So the diagonal is smoother over here, and we get over there. And... oh, no, we are going over a tunnel, though. Okay. This tunnel could be made a little... shorter? Longer? I don't know. does that mean that we could do a better diagonal here? Like, we could come out to there, go down, and come round. I think it does. We can get rid of the other double 45. Yeah, that is... I mean, when you're turning a U-turn like that in such a small space, there's only so far you can go, right? Yeah. Another plane was using the rail. Okay. That is a little bit of an improvement. We've got 3 different exits on this. It's getting slightly better. I know, right? So I've managed to remove all of the double 45s, which is certainly a lot better. And we've managed to get signals in before the mergers, which is also better. Yeah. Make the southbound longer too. This is the southbound. Not quite sure where you want it to go. Just thinking about the way that that goes across here. This diagonal could actually be bigger if we move the tunnel back a little bit. Although it still needs to go over this line, so that could be difficult. Yeah. The depots still have double 45s. What, here? Yeah, the depots have double 45s, but they're always going to have double 45s. Oh, what's DJ Egg posted? There we go. So DJ Egg says I could move the turn further down the track. Yes. But I don't know what that would give me. So, so that it doesn't then block behind it? Maybe. So what I could do is we could go a little bit further back here. And then that could be like a tunnel or something. What DJ Egg is saying is that I could come off the side of there, come down here, and then this could be a bridge. And we could turn around here. And we wouldn't need to do it there, right next to the depot. Which would offer some alleviations and improvements. It would. That does help a little bit, actually. Because it allows trains to get out the depot and get away from the depot a little bit before it then starts to try and get onto the line. Yeah. Now you're thinking about it, you could do a series on one of the pre-built TTD maps. Oh, that would be quite good, yeah. You can build depots one further away from the track. Yeah, I could do. Yeah. This looks like intense junction planning. Yeah, and for some reason, the trains keep using this loop to get around other trains. They won't do that soon, not when I've, built that out further. But the whole idea of this particular junction was to build a pretty basic junction, but then put a depot on it where they could all just use it. Yeah. I think we could potentially call that done. There is another option for a small improvement. What we could do is this bit here. We get rid of all this, right? And come down here. We could do that maybe? Is that too much of a tight corner? Maybe something like that. If we did this, then I think the train might be further away from the main line. Oh, I don't know if I did that right. Let's have a look. Like, just to pull the train further away from the main line before it slows down and stops, right? Yeah. That's not an improvement. I mean, I think maybe. We need to put that signal back. It means that the train's more likely to be off the main line before it slows down and goes and starts merging into the junction and stuff. You could even do something similar to that over here. Yeah. I'm not quite following what Guild Games is saying. Yeah. Better to switch them and not have the unnecessary bridge. I mean, the bridge doesn't change anything. You don't want the stuff anyway. How about putting depots before the junction instead of on the junction? That's the whole point of the challenge we just set ourselves. you probably missed it. So the whole point of the little challenge that we've given ourselves is make a junction with some depots on the junction. Otherwise, you would just do this. Boom, done. Junction. Oh, and by the way, there's depots here. You know, sort of thing. But yes. I mean, it is working. Yeah. The trains between the main line tunnels have to wait until the westbound trains are gone into the depots and exited before entering the westernmost tunnel. I think you mean looping this loopy round a bit. You have room to make the reverse loops bigger and symmetrical. I think I do. I think I should. Yeah. Let's bring these back one. So we can actually then have a bigger diagonal. Not quite sure how that bit's going to work. Maybe bring it out to here. And then we can have a small bridge here. And oh, that's a bit of a longer bridge. But there we go, some more signals. Yeah, you can move that one tile south and make room for a signal of the westmost junction, the westmost tunnel. Down here, maybe. There's definitely a signal on the exit there, though. And then here we've got like the split, and instead of the split like going that way, that way, and that way, we can do the same thing here, where it comes out and goes down. We'll get rid of this. And then make it, I'm going to try and make it a little bit symmetrical. So it's going to come under here, I think. We might need to push this out one track further. Let's have a look, see what we can do. Like this. Yeah, but that diagonal's smaller there. Can we take that off? Go to here. get rid of the train. It's difficult to see the bridges, but... There we go. And then we'll have to bridge over there. And that bridge has a 1 block. Then we come diagonally into here. Signals, signal. Then make this bit look symmetrical to there. So it comes off here. To do that, we'll have to just do a little bit like that. Bring it down to there. Remove this one. Connect that up. Oh, look at this. That's looking a bit neater, isn't it? We've got some better corners on it. Right, how things going with what? The problem is I'm struggling to keep up with all of chat. One of the main reasons is because there's a lot of chat, which is good, but also it's all very complicated. Like this bit on that bit there with this bit that and what? Also, folks, I don't know if you all know, but as far as I'm concerned, that's the north-south in OpenTTD. North is this way. Okay. East. South. West. Now, if you want to try and correct me, you can. But this is what I believe to be true about the orientation of the compass in the game. Yes. Now prioritize the main line. Oh, no. Oh, there's trains using the depot, though. Hang on, let's just cover that bit up. Then we got the bit going up and down there. So let's just... Yeah, it's got a little bit of symmetry now to it. It's slightly wonky because you've got to have the depots close to the main line, otherwise the trains just won't see them. But there's a lot here that works. There we go. Move depots 1 east would be better. Yeah. Can we, though? I don't think we can. Let's have a look. That's length 9. That's length 4. Maybe we can. You know what? I'm going to do it and see if it works. Might not work now. Quick question for a house you're designing. How does 4-bed, 2 master bed and to 1 standard bath set? What? That is a very off-topic, strange question, and there's no context. Like, is a house you're designing? What do you have to do? Are you designing a house for a project? For a model? For Lego? For Birmingham? I don't know. Yeah. Since you are perfecting, the top bridge can be smaller and the ground can be raised. Okay, the top bridge can be smaller. Yes, thank you. Yeah, little things like that are that you can make improvements to. You may as well, right? North is the top corner according to the game. In what way? Like this top corner? I don't think so. So you could move depot line 1 close to the main line now. Top corner is northeast in my opinion, as far as I know. This is actually not as terrible as what I thought it was going to be. The depots are roughly in line with the junction. We might be able to just move it over a little bit, actually, to make it in the centre. I mean, I really want to move it over now. What happens if I do? Let's have a look. So if we move this over, this line becomes even shorter. I don't like that. Nah. Don't like it. The game code says it is, and the manual. Okay, but if we find like a small town like this, and we put some bus stations in, like one over here, one down here, one this way, and one this way, and then actually get the station labels up. That one says it's south. That one says west. That one says north. That one says east. And then if you connect these up, so you draw a line between, let's use blue. If you draw a line between north and south, and west and east. You know what? That's not far off. I don't think it says on the map. Yeah, okay. North and south are the only assigned once per town, though. Yeah, that's true. But, like, if you do this experiment a few times over, you will end up with roughly up and down, left and right, right? Yeah, let's remove them. I did this a few times, and it did point to north being the top. But yes, a little bit of investigation, look at the manual, like the top corner is north. Right, let's have a look at the map. Yeah, there's nothing on the map. There's no, let's have a look here. No, that one. No. Nothing to say what's north. I think, as a bit of fun, as an experiment, I think I'm happy with this. But I'm just gonna think it through my head for just a moment longer. So this corner's a bit sharp. We could move it this way one more. And then the bridge would land here. That would be fine, actually, because we can move the diagonal out a bit. And that diagonal would be better. What I'm looking for now is a few easy wins. So I'm making this diagonal better. Like this. That makes this corner better. Also makes it a little bit more symmetrical with this side. This one I think is longer than it needs to be. Oh, biscuits, I just blew everything up. Including this tunnel. Okay, there we go. There we go. No point in making a bridge longer than it needs to be. That's actually starting to look quite neat now. It was horrendous, right? Yeah, you wish there was diagonal roads. Yeah, there's not going to be diagonal roads. Yeah. It is a bit heart shape, isn't it? A little bit. Now, this bit here, this bridge and this short diagonal here is the only bit that I don't really like at the moment. So I'm just having a little think to see if there's anything I can do about it. I don't think so. Nah. I mean, if we push this diagonal back a bit more, we can connect it straight up to the track so it doesn't bend and then bend again. What if we made it match this one? That would be definitely better for the junction overall. The only problem is that we've then got this double turn here, but the double turn has got a brake of 4 in it, so that's probably okay. Yeah. Where should you send it? What? Yeah, you can either do the transport tycoon. I think. Did I put a whitelist so that people can post links to the OpenTTD stuff in YouTube chat? I can't remember. You know what? That is much better. That is much better. Yeah, I like that. But this bit is wonky. And I think it needs to be. Right? Since you moved the depots, there was no train servicing in them. Ah, maybe. Let's have a look. How far is it again? That's 10, 4. It should be fine. Should be fine. That one's 87% reliability. 73. I can't remember what reliability factor it is. Maybe we could remove some depots temporarily down here. That one's 67% reliability. I'm not sure if that one should service or not. Yeah. Hang on. Here we go. Let's find out if this one does. No, it didn't. Alright, let's work out what the reliability should be. So the maximum reliability for this vehicle right now is 93. And I've got it set to be 30% of 93. So 93 divided by 100 times by 30 is 27.9. 93 minus 27.9. Yeah, anything lower than 65% I think should service. And that one I think was less, wasn't it? Just trying to find one with low. I think we've got too many. Tell you what, let's just disable these depots here. And disable these depots. That's going to give us a higher chance of having one come through. It should have serviced. It was more. Right, what we got here? That's 83. 63. That one should service. Right, we worked out the calculation to be around 67, 65. This one's at 62 now. It should service. And it doesn't. The depots are too far away. Oh, maybe if I move this signal further up, it will do it. That might be it. Right, let's find the next one. That one's 68. I don't think it needs to service. It's ever so close. What else have we got? This one. 76. That's no good. No. I don't want to look at its orders. 78. No good. 64. 63. Okay, so this one should service. I think moving the signal might work. The game is now in the future. Oh, wow. Double up on the double depots. Double depots. Moving the signal might help. We'll find out in a minute. What's the slowdown? Oh, it just broke down. That's fine. Oh, I didn't do it. 62% reliability. Okay, let's move the depots over. There you go, one goes straight in. So we're too far away. Which is a little bit of a shame to have the wonky depots like that. Right, folks, I am going to call this junction done, okay? This was an experiment. It was a fun little challenge. You would not normally put junctions on a depot like this, okay? There is no good reason why you would do it that I can think of, right? So, give me marks out of 10 for the solution of adding depots to a junction. Can you change the distance settings? No. I will reconnect the other depots. In fact, I will do that now. So marks out of 10 for this. Let me know what you think. Let's go and reconnect the other depots. So it's these ones and these ones. There we go. Train whistle. What time of night is it? What time of night is it? Where's the time? Okay, it's a little late. This is going to be the last live train whistle. We're going to do digital whistles after this one. There you are. Okay, so we've got 6, 9.5, 10, 10, 6.5, 7.66, 9, 7, 10, 9, 5 out of 7. Cheers, thanks for that. Depends if you fix the signals or not. What signals need fixing? I don't think the signals need fixing. Do you mean like for mergers and stuff? 6 out of 10, but will be major issues with more trains. I'm not sure it'll be major issues with more trains. You've got to remember, we've got 50 trains running on this line already. Let's connect this up to something, right? So first thing we're going to do, we're going to extend it out a little way. Then we're going to come over here, we're going to add a station in. What do you mean can't build railway station? Oh, I did the wrong sort. "12 before." Put the platforms on the end. Bit of buffer stops as well. There we go. Connected to an oil rig? What are you talking about? Oh, I tell you what, right, I am looking forward to the Hellish weekend now. We've got a weekend at the beginning of September booked in, where myself and some moderators and some viewers are going to meet up and do some activities in Nottingham, and it's just going to be good fun. And I booked my train travel to get there today. And we're starting to decide what things we're going to be doing. Like what activities we're going to be doing. DJ Egg says looking forward to it. Yeah. You love that station design? Yeah, I do. I think it is a pretty easy, a good balance on easy and effective terminus. Right, is that a nice little bridge length? 7. Yes, 7 bridge lengths, not too bad. And then I want to do another 7, so what is that there? Yes, it is. There we go. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just connect these up because there's no ships going down that little bit. Oh, misclick. It's alright, I'll fix it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, in fact, thinking about the Hellish weekend's making me hungry. Last Hellish weekend we had in my in one of the places that I know really well, and I knew I knew some good places to eat. we ate well. But where's the list of things that we're going to be doing? Here we go. So in and amongst the things that we're looking at doing is we're going to be looking around a castle. we're going to be doing a tour in some underground caves. We're probably going to be doing some group VR. Then there are arcade things and axe throwing, as well as like food and drink. And also there's a classic car gathering with potential for train rides, I think, as well as a model railway, a cool bar, and Warhammer. How that weekend to me sounds like a brilliant geek fest, right? Let's have a look. Oh, I just got a message. Let's make sure it's not important. No, that's good. Oh, apparently my watch is fully charged. I always forget about my watch. Well, there we go. I've managed to connect that up. Let's throw those signals on there. And there we go. Look at that. So our ships can still get through. We've got a nice little kink and a beautiful weird junction with some depots on it. Yeah. Let's have a look. Missing a piece of track. Oh, where? Okay, we're missing a piece of track there. Is that the piece you were talking about, Egg? If so, we've sorted it. Let's have a look. Franderman says, I'm liking the look of the things we've got planned already. I can't wait for axe throwing. Yeah, well, we haven't managed to confirm that yet. So we'll see. We'll see. Cut the lake in half. Well, we've got some bridges. We've got some bridges. That's fine. Any trip to Nottingham has to have Warhammer thrown in. It's virtually a legal requirement. I know, right? Well, I've put the station in, but I haven't hooked it up to anything at all yet. What might be nice is to get a service going from here. Oh, wow, we've got passengers? How have we got passengers? A train must have gone there, but I can't see why or how. Nah, yeah, it's a terminus station. So as long as you don't mess around with the junction in front of it, you won't get any problems or crashes. Right, do these guys still hate me? Let's have a look. Oh, it's got worse. I think I'm going to have to try and bribe them. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can do. Yeah. Right then, let's tell you what, soon we'll end the giveaway for Espresso Tycoon. So if you want to take part in the giveaway, go to portal.masterhellish.net, and then a little later we'll do the monthly giveaway, which is the Transport Fever Steam code. I love Transport Fever, yeah. Right, hang on a minute. Right, I'm going to have to keep bribing them because I want to put a bus transfer service in. So, bribe. Oh, what? Straight away, first bribe, and I get found out. Yeah, the problem is you can't really do trees because if you look at the local authority zone, right? The local authority zone only just overlaps the town, so I can only really do trees here and there and around here, and that's it. I can still build a station? No, because it's still at appalling. So if I was to try it, it would say no. Yeah. Okay, so we can't do anything there. And also, there's no passengers. So maybe we need to connect another town up on a different junction in order to do that. Maybe we should not stream bribing. It's fine. We have train crashes. Maybe I shouldn't stream that, yeah? You have a question? How you would do a rail interchange between players so you could if you could share stations? Larger diamond at the depots. What, over here? Can't really do a larger diamond at the depots because then it would pull it too far away from the main line and the trains won't find it. That's annoying to be found out. Tell you what, whilst we're waiting for that to resolve itself, let's put the stuff in over here. So we've got a few different places we can pop our bus stations in. Here, here, and there. And we'll put some cargo terminal for the mail. And then somewhere in this humongous town, we'll put a few stops to pick up some passengers. So let's do one. How far does the coverage of the station go? It goes up to there. So if I put one in like here, that kind of fits. Let's do there. Because then I can do another one like further down over there. We'll leave a gap. There we go. And then we'll put some mail stops on the end of them as well. Good. Get a few depots in. So we'll put one depot here, one depot there. I didn't mean to do it in that square, but never mind. New vehicle, the Mark II Superbus. We're going to go to the first station. We're going to full load. No, we just pick up whatever there is. Unload, pick up, unload, pick up, unload, pick up, unload. And because of my key binding, I can press K for transfer and leave empty. And we can clone that so that there are 10 of them. And then we can do a new vehicle for the mail truck. And we can clone the orders by clicking go to and clicking on one of the vehicles. Can't hold control though, unfortunately. But if I clone this vehicle with control, they'll have shared orders. Off they go. There we go. Nice little loop, eh? Increase the land over the water to put trees on. Oh, yeah, maybe I could do that. Yeah. Diverging diamond intersection next question mark. Ooh, maybe we'll have to have a look at that at some point. The Hellish Inc. executive stated, maybe offering the money for a Hessian sack with a pound sign on it. Yeah, just have a big brown envelope that says bribe on the side. We've got to find out because that's what happened. Yeah. Let's do other branches. Yeah. So maybe we could do a branch line that has multiple stops on it. That could potentially be a good one. Let's have a look at the world map to make that easier to see. Not in that view. Yeah, this is a good view. So, I think it'd be really nice to have a junction somewhere around here. Okay. We've got the space for it. There is a space for a junction in that area. Okay. And if we put a junction in, we could then maybe go to a few different towns. Maybe we could get a line in that goes and covers these guys right over here. With maybe one big station in the middle and a bus service between all of these different towns. Oh, that'd be quite cool. And the buses go in and out to that one big station. And then that big station comes down here. We have a little bit of a diagonal and then put it in. Although, it might probably just be better to try and fix it in here. So let's have a look at that. It could do, but there's a lot of industries. Yeah. Why not a tram service? Trams clog up easier. Trams get the... You can do trams on the capacity. Look at this, right? Look at this wonderful service happening around this town. All the buses are using all the roads, going in all different directions, around each other, around there, loading up here, loading up there, filtering through all the different stations and depots, right? Then look at this service here, where the trams are snaking along a line, waiting behind each other, getting trapped and caught, I mean, it might just be the way that I've done the line, because in theory you could do something similar. You could just do a big, massive grid of tram lines. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about specifically for this collection, like a tram route. Yeah, actually, a tram route from these places could be really good. Trams into the big station, yeah. I didn't notice on the map, though, that the land height isn't great here. It's not. The land height is not good for putting a big station in. Grid is better than spiraling. Ah, no. Spirals are bigger cities. But yeah, then the junction over here is going to be a bit of a challenge because of, like I said, these industries, land height changes. There's a bit more room over here, though there is a large river. So maybe we could sneak between these industries. We could potentially do a junction similar to what we did here, but then fit it in there. I think that could work, actually. Yeah. So I'm confused. You do spread the train stations to the bus stations that touch it? Yes. Then the stations that in the town are their own stations? Yes. And it's just ferrying passengers to the train station basic? Yes. That's all that they're doing. So where is it? Over here? So you can see the buses and the mail vans are coming down. They're coming to the station. They're doing a transfer service. But the problem is that there's just thousands of people sat at the station because I haven't done any trains. I haven't done any trains. I forgot to do trains. You know what? Let's put some trains in. We'll use these depots. We're going to clone one of the mainline trains. Then we'll just get rid of the orders by pressing F. And we'll tell it to go from this station down the line to that station. Which backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. What we'll do, though, is we will clone it so that there are... how many? More than 3. Let's go with 20, 30. Let's go with 30. That's a lot. Yeah. How do you make 3x3 roads like that? It's a game setting. So if you look in the game settings, there is a road layout option. And it's for 3x3 town roads. You can do 2x2, but that's not as good. The towns don't grow as much. Yeah. 30? Are you sure? Isn't that overkill? It's quite a long distance to go. I think 30 might be okay. Also, we might integrate some other lines later, so we'll see. Right, let's get this one in. So to get this one in, we're going to need to allow a little bit of land changing. Let's do a pretty standard terminus to begin with. Okay. And then we'll see how we get on. Okay. And of course, we're going to end up with tram stops on this one. Let's do one more square so that we can get the crosses on it. And then we're going to have to go down. And we've got industries in the way. We're going to have to get past it. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. And there's a canal and an airport. Whose silly idea was this? I wonder if we can do it on the left-hand side. Okay, if that's the main one in, and we connect that up, and we do a bridge, that's going to be out though, isn't it? Well, not necessarily. Okay, if I do it to here, we do the opposite. Like, we do that as in. That then becomes the 2 outs. I mean, if we go down again, we can go under the industry, but I'm not sure about that. Please could you do the Kirby Ball challenge? Only use the Kirby Ball next season, or just a video about it? Where would the challenge in that challenge come from? Where's the... And then how do you foresee that you overcome that challenge? Now, this challenge of being able to put a station in that goes through this forest, that's a current challenge. Surviving the slowness. That would just be... I mean, you wouldn't be able to... But there's... You would love to have a mini-map in the game. Just make the world map. And then just, like, make it small. And pin it. What you've got to remember is I've got my interface size set huge. So it's easy for people to watch on mobile and stuff. Yeah. Right then, how am I doing this? I think we're gonna have to kink. I think we're gonna have to aim. Let's try and make this industry transparent to begin with. We're gonna have to kink this to get it to work. I'm gonna go back to the standard left-hand drive. So we come down here, that comes across. Then it comes across again, so that we maintain the acrossness. Then it comes down, okay? But at least these bridges are relatively small and neat. Now, how are we going to connect this up without too much of a problem? This is probably going to need a diagonal of some description. What's the biggest diagonal I can do? Okay, let's bring the land right up to the forest. There. Oh, right, so it's already at the biggest. At least I can get a signal in. And yeah, we're also going to modify this bit here so that they go up at the same time, just to make that a little bit neater. Okay, that's not optimal. It's okay, but it's not optimal because you need really a train length room in this area, and we haven't got enough, so there we go. Score 10,000 with only road vehicles. Getting any road vehicle to have more than 10k in profit is super hard. I'm not saying it's impossible to do that challenge, but you would probably end up having to kind of, oh, what's the word? Where you play the system. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to do something nefarious, I think is the word, to get it to work properly. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little jetty. And then we'll go up probably here. Right, how long's that? Oh, my length 7 bridges are really coming in today. Let's see if I can get this one spot on again. Ready. Let's try this one. Oh, length 7, nice. Do I do another set? Yeah, we'll do another set. Oh, come on, is that 7 as well? Oh. I'm brilliant at bridges today. What you got to remember when it comes to designing a challenge is the challenge needs to be achievable. And you need to be able to come up with strategies to overcome the challenge. So you can't have a challenge that's just outright too easy, because that's not interesting. You can't have a challenge that's outright too difficult, because like everybody would fail. You've got to have something that is going to make people need to do something to overcome it. but it needs to be realistic to overcome. Just trying to figure out if I can get like an extra bit of tunnel under there. I can't. Right then, let's have a look at the land height here. Yeah, we'll come up. We'll come up one. And I think we can just sneak past that industry. We're doing quite well with getting past industry. Oh, that town's not going to let me delete that, are they? Don't worry. I'll just bribe you. And then I can... Oh, I need to be good to delete the road. There we go. I should have done the road before I did something else. I have actually got a challenge concept that's coming up. I think it's a really good challenge, but it is still a secret at the moment. Yeah. Road vehicles versus ships. Like one team has to use road vehicles or one team has to use ships. I think the team with the infinite throughput of ships is just going to end up winning. Probably. Right, looking at the land height now. I'm going to stay at this height. So I'm going to come up and we'll stay at this height. That's not... I mean, that is relatively straight. The only problem is now is that we're going to have some sort of kink and then somehow fit a junction around these industries. Which is going to be a challenge. Let's wait for these to get out of the way. We're going to cut the traffic off so we can work. So over here is that's the closest diagonal we can have there, right? And then this needs to then just go down. Make it go down a little early. And then this will probably go into a tunnel so that we can raise the land up here. Oops, no. Oh, biscuits. Wrong button. There we go. And have another diagonal. So it needs to go down. Then this diagonal can come out. Can that one go further along? Yes, it can. Okay. There we go. This is going to be actually very similar to our previous one. Not the previous one, sorry. Not the one with the depot on it. The first one we did. But it's going to be a challenge to get it around some of these depots and things. So we will see what we can do about that. So there's the two coming off there. Then we need to work out where the line's going. Maybe we can just like sneak it right past that industry. In which case, we could try getting one to there. That might work. There we go. But I'm not sure about the other bit of the diagonal now, because if that comes out here and we bridge to there, then that diagonal is tiny. What if we try it the other way around? So instead, this is the one that comes out. This is the one with the bridge on it. That works well for me. Okay, so if that's the case, this is going to be the tunnel. That's going to get raised up like this. That works quite nicely. And then, of course, that doesn't want to stay down. That may as well be raised up. And then we need to do a diagonal down here. So we can come down. Ideally, we want a signal after the tunnel. Like that. What's wrong with the music? There shouldn't be anything wrong with the music. Yeah. I might be able to tunnel through the industries. I see that diagonal there doesn't fit now. Sounds like the synthesizer's not set up correctly. Sounds fine to me. Are you used to this music? Do you know what this music is normally like? Yeah, music's fine. Yeah, music is normal. We could go under this industry. That would help. Yeah. I think we're going to need to. Either that or... actually, no. If I just push this back one, we can then have our diagonal. We just need to move this. Signal on the slope, actually. There we go. That works. So we have a signal going in there. We can just hide the bridge. So we can make sure our signal's in correctly. This is a join, so ideally we need signals right before the join. And then we can reconnect the main line and let this backlog of trains get through here. There we go. That works well. I'm happy with that. Oh, you thought it was the TTD soundtrack, but it's a different song. Yes, this is... what is it again? I'm just going to refresh my memory. No, that's not the right thing. Game options. Sound tab. This is the OpenMSX bass music for OpenTTD. Right, oh, we got the clay pit. That's fine, because we have to go over here. So ideally, we need to get past this one. Just take the corner of that hill off. Look at that. Oh, almost perfect. Almost perfect out of the box, eh? So we've got a diagonal connecting that. Oh, look at that. Lovely little junction, a nice little diagonal coming up to a line through the hills, under the tracks, then under some oil wells once more, staying down to go over my triple bridges and into a nice little station. Fantastic, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Is this your custom level 1 so they are all the same volume? Yeah, this is the V2 custom leveled. So each track in the main track has been individually leveled, yeah. Unlike the original one. What's next? What are we doing? I can't remember now. So we've got a beautiful branch line and a nice little junction. We need to then connect up a load of stuff to this. Trams is what the viewers wanted. You know what's a shame? It'd be nice to have tram stations under, but we can't do that. But what we could do is if we lowered the land height, we could put tunnels under here so that the trams come deliver and go out and through. That's probably going to be like the next best thing, right? Let's do that. I mean, we don't care about this river. It's full of evil fish. And then let's get the tram tunnel. Tram tunnel. So I'm not sure how many we're going to need. But let's do like a few. Let's do 1, leave a gap. Let's do 4. Tram stations going underneath would be metro. You need a metro mod for that. Yeah, but that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Junction score rising. Oh, Guild Games give me 8 out of 10 for that. Hang on a minute, what's wrong with this junction? For it not to be a 9? Is it because these diagonals are a little bit short? Because I think that's the case. How are we doing over here? 2,000 passengers. Nice. We've got more trains coming in. Good. Remember, the trains on the main line might be a bit disruptive because I cut them all off to put this junction in, which maybe I shouldn't have done. Right, let's get tram stations in. So we'll put a tram station here. Oh no, hang on, that wants to be connected. There we go. Wow, for a moment, I thought they were the same station, right? But they're not. Look, we've got Wunbur Forest and Woower Forest. Two towns that begin with WRU and then Forest. Double RU Forest. I thought they were the same station. Oh dear. I think I can be forgiven for that, right? Legally distinct. So we can easily service 4 towns. I think maybe we should do 4. If we just do these closest 4 rather than the extra 2 over there, I don't think we need to do the others. So if we have... Yeah, if we go from the town centre, right? Here. I don't know if we want multiple stops. I don't think we do. Right. So we're going to go from the town centre of that one, town centre of that one, the town centre of this one, and then the town centre of this one. And we're going to connect them up. And in some sort of loop, I think. So maybe we come out of this town. And then we deliver at this station. And then once we've delivered at that station, we come down to this town. Connect those tram lines up. Into the town, through the town, and out. And we deliver to this station. So for those of you who weren't here when I explained it before, it's not actually the game playing the music. OBS is playing the music in this scene. And then we come out of here, we need to get to this town, so... like this. Oh, hang on a minute. That's... oh, we're not chunk aligned. Do we want to be chunk aligned? We've got a little wiggle. You know what? Both of these could be moved over and then it'd be chunk aligned. Here and here. And then that means we can move them all over, right? Oh, the local authority hate me too much. Okay, trees. Let's just go in with loads of trees. Bound to like trees, right? You all like trees? Just have some trees. Right, let's try again. Move them over. We can tidy it up and it'll be amazing. Some might even say, fantastic. Go. Now we'll no. I will need to just do that a little bit, which they probably won't like, but they can get over it. We can blow up those tunnels now. Won't need them. There we are. Trees. Yes. OBS with the balance volume. Yes, the V2 balance. The V1 balance was just a crude filter. The V2 balance is each track's been manually balanced. A little bit confused about some of this now. Trying to remember what I was doing. Like, I had a brilliant plan, and then it's all gone. Yeah. Question: what does the tram track go to? I haven't finished it yet. Okay, so there's the tram track going into town. It goes in through town. Back out. Yeah, I kind of want to avoid the tracks crossing over there, but we'll sort that out in a minute. Come out into the town and back again. There we go. So that bit works. This bit does not work. There is a building in the way if I want to do that. I suppose really the best option would be to use this bit. Yes. There we go. One, two, three. So it'd be here. Ideally, I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of as many corners as possible. So if I put a bridge in here, we just connect that up. We can get rid of this. That reduces the number of corners there. What a mess. I'm working on it, Brandon, alright? And then this one I can reduce the number of corners by doing this. There we go, that's nice and neat, that works well. So we can go into the town, grab the people, come back, drop off, out into that town, back again. Now the problem is we have to get from here over to there. It's not too much of a problem actually. We'll just do this. Do a lot of digging. And we'll do tram tunnels. God, I can't remember the last time I did a load of tram tunnels. That bit's not quite on grid, but that's fine. Wow, that actually looks brilliant. I think. I like it. Spaghetti. Second tunnel. Tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Definitely tunnels. Let's get... No, not MacLeod construction. Tramway construction. Train whistle. Now, I need to put something on the store to make this clear. But at this time of night, you get a virtual train whistle. So, and this isn't it. Where is the virtual train whistle? Is it this one? There we go. So if the moderators could remind me to make sure there's something on the to-do list to make sure that people know they're going to get virtual train whistles at this time of night. Because my family are asleep in bed. And that's fine. They're allowed to be asleep in bed. Let's do a depot just outside of every town. So we can do one kind of here, one there, going in and out, in and out. And then one there, and one there. And that should be enough. This is going to be interesting. Yeah. Why one big loop and not four, one per town? I don't know, just because I fancied doing it like this. I kind of liked the idea of the trams going under the station backwards and forwards, just for the fun of it. I could join the tours since it's off grid. Maybe. It works quite nicely actually. I like how it looks around the station. And I like how it goes into the towns and works around the towns. And we're following the grids in the towns. So that's okay. Mr. Town? No, I've done the four main towns around the station. I could potentially do this one as well, but we could just do a shuttle service. Maybe this one could have a shuttle service. Anyway, let's get some trams going. Also, I haven't done goods. So we haven't got mail. Oh. Right, come on then. Let's get the mail. So, tram services. Let's add... What? Oh, they hate me. Oh, they hate me. Okay, let's get it going with passengers. Oh dear, a 3-car, the A2020 3-car passenger tram. We're going to go here, we're going to go to the station, we're going to go here, we're going to go to the station, we're going to go here, we're going to go to the station, then we're going to go here, and we're going to go to the station. And those stations, the Woodworth Forest, they're going to be transfers. There we go. It's very pleasing aesthetically, blending with the roads and look like the way. Yeah, I really quite like it. Yeah. Always the reliability 62%. Oh, the reliability of this one's 58% and hasn't left the depot yet. Yeah, that's not great, is it? Let's have a look at the road vehicles and manage replacements. And just check the trams. We can ignore the rest of the vehicles. Oh, apart from maybe we should stop replacing some of these older ones. Stop. Stop. And stop. And stop. And stop. And stop. Okay, cool. So yes, we have one of those, and it's probably not a good idea because the Foster one's 77. Although there's two of these different sorts. Let's get rid of that. That's rubbish. We will get the Foster 3. There we go. That's much better. Oh, it's still got the orders. Fantastic. And then we'll clone it. We'll clone it so that there are 10 of them. You know what? No. We'll clone it so there's 20 of them. They'll naturally space themselves out along the way. What hotkey did you use to set an order to transfer? I used, I think it was K, but that's a custom hotkey. Well, I changed it. I can't remember what it was. I'm not sure if it did have one, actually. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I actually don't remember what it was. Unbunching. I could potentially do unbunching, but I feel like on a line like this, they're just going to naturally space themselves out. So, I don't think we need unbunching. What we do need is some depots and some trains. So let's go over here. Now you see we've got a lot of trains going to this station, right? I think what we should do is do a service from here that goes to the other places. So we haven't got any depots on this line, so let's get some depots in. Let's do it. Will it fit there? Between here and there? I think I need a gap of 26. Let's have a look. Where's my normal depots? Here's my normal depots, I think. Oh, there is a bit of a kink there, but... yeah, I think I need a length of 20. Oh, maybe it will just fit. Let's try it. Let's try it. We're going to try and get a depot in here. So we come off. We go along, and let's get rid of that. We go along 9. The 8th one's the 10th one's the ramp. Just to be sure. You could probably squeeze it a little bit smaller, but I just like to do that. There we go, and then down this side, just past the depot, and that's 9. Oh yeah, fits in lovely. There we go. Over the industry and in. Depot, 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 depot. There we go. Fantastic. Get those signals in. Signals down the line. And now we can get some new trains. We're going to clone one of the ones off the main line. Just make it easier. Get rid of all the orders and say we're going to go from this transfer station all the way around to the end of the line. Then we're going to come back to the transfer station and go all the way down to the other end of the line and back to the transfer station. And we're going to have how many of them? Where's the transfer station gone? I've lost it. There it is. Oh, there's a lot of passengers already. Let's clone it so that there are 30. Because it is going in both directions. And let's do a full load order on the first stop. Just to space them out. And that might take a long time for the full load orders to come through. We'll see. Yeah. You're going to have big words with YouTube for notifying you now. Ooh, maybe you should come onto our Discord and sign up for the Go Live notifications. Yeah. Trains cannot leave passengers at Woodward Forest. Oh, you mean to drop them off? You're right, they can't. I didn't think of that. What we'll do then is we'll put that in. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. We'll put that as not as a transfer. We'll do a transfer and take cargo. No, wait, hang on. That's the wrong station. Transfer and take cargo. Transfer and take cargo. And then, no, this is not going to work. Because then we've got to use the trams. Jigsaw Kid, okay, thank you, take care. Bye for now. Hello, Master Hellish. First time catching a live stream. Oh, welcome. You like the YouTube content a lot? Thanks. Thank you. Did you ever talk about when you used to full load versus leave ASAP, or even setting a timetable? Yeah, I did a video about timetables and how to do timetables, but as a general rule, you either want to use a full load order, or you can just unbunch. Spread cheese station. Depot halfway. Hotel might work. Where's the hotel? Is it this one? What, for so that the station accepts passengers? I think you're right. But I don't think we can reach it. I think we're too far back. See, the hotel itself will be 29. The spread is only, I think, 15. So that hotel's too far out. Yeah. By the way, let's fix these orders, because that just wants to be standard orders. There we go. And we can take the non-stop order off here. In fact, we take all the non-stop orders off. We want to stop at all the stations on the way. There we go. Right, so we're gonna fix it by a spread of some description. Like, we only need like a house or something. So let's see. Let's get an industrial office. So let's see, a facility. Here we go. Let's get the main office facility, and if we put the main office there, we accept passengers. What do you mean can't build railway station here? What about here? Not put the HQ. Put the HQ there. What do we think, folks? Shall I move the HQ? Should we move the... He's gone for 10 minutes, and look at this. It needs 2 tiles. Does it? What is this tram monstrosity? It's Tram Town. What am I trying to build? I'm trying to just, like, do some stuff. Oh, yeah, I did want one of the full load orders, though, didn't I? I did want that to be full load. Yeah, the HQ is currently in the middle of Stevie D's Wonderloop. So we either do a spread station or potentially move the HQ. Wow, trains are actually getting a bit busy around here, aren't they? But that's fine. We'll upgrade it at some point. We should definitely name this after a Viewer Plus subscriber. Let's do that now while I'm waiting for feedback from chat. So, we're going to go to the wheel. And we're going to spin the wheel on Viewer Plus. And we're going to find out who we're going to name this after. So, thank you very much to all the Viewer Plus subscribers for supporting me. All 101 of you. Who's going to be the 102th? Eh? It was a 2x1 station building. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think we should probably leave the HQ where it is. We'll spread the station. Yeah. Gecko? I don't think we've had your name in the game for this one. Okay, looking down the list. No, I don't see Gecko. Let's Oh, we're also gonna while we're here on this screen, we'll end the game giveaway for Espresso Tycoon. So this is the giveaway just for the live stream, and then a little bit later we'll also end the monthly giveaway for Transport Fever. An absolutely fantastic game. So the winner of Espresso Tycoon is Quare. Congratulations to you. You'll get an email with a link to claim your prize. You've got 25 days to do so. Right then. Yes, we need to get the name. Where's the name gone? And then we'll go back to the game. Gecko. So this junction's going to be named after Gecko. So if you've got any suggestions... There we go. The results of the wheel go into the moderator chat, so I can always fetch that from there, but some ideas. We call it the heart junction. It is a little bit of a heart, isn't it? Right, we'll come back to that shortly. We still need to fix this. So, oh, there's a hotel here. Oh, I see what you were saying, folks. Oh, I accidentally locked the industries. I thought you meant this hotel. Yeah, having that hotel linked to the station would be brilliant. Let's do that. Let's use... See, I didn't realise that was a 2-wide thing. Let's put a shed. Yeah, we'll put a warehouse on the side. Oh, the local authority refused to allow... Oh, we'll just do it outside the... outside. Can I fit it to forest? Yes, there we go. Okay, so this station now accepts passengers, but also alcohol and food. It doesn't accept mail, though. So that's going to potentially be a problem once we add the mail service in. Maybe if these towns grow, we're automatically going to be able to pick up more mail as well. Yeah. 88 corners. I like that. Gecko's Heart Junction. Oh, I like that. I think that... let's do that for now. It doesn't quite fit. You know... Did I mistype something? No. If we get rid of the punctuation, it works. But then there's no gap afterwards. Gecko Depot. Oh, Kill Games. We're doing that. This is the... We don't have to have the word junction on the end. But the Gecko Depot junction, I think, is just a nice one. Yeah. This is the Gecko Depot. Thank you very much for being a viewer plus subscriber, Gecko. And thank you very much also to Wim for being a Viewer Plus subscriber. For those of you who don't know, Viewer Plus is a little system that I run myself. It's kind of like Patreon, but it's not run by a big company taking a cut of your money. And as a thank you, you get some bonuses, some extra stuff. Check it all out at masterhellish.net /Viewer Plus. I could use the junction. Oh, did I depot? There we go. Fix the spelling on depot. Much better, eh? Fantastic. Oh, with a... Did you say cucumber sandwich? Oh, I'm looking forward to my cucumber sandwich on Sunday. I'm going to have a cucumber and cheese sandwich on Sunday. Right, so now we accept passengers over here, but we do also need to accept mail as well, unfortunately. So we're going to put an extra office in. So we've got that one. We're going to put a modern warehouse in here, I think. If it will... Oh, no, the local authority hate me. That is too far away. What's the... Oh, that is passengers and mail. There we go. So now we've got this little... Oh, we've got thousands of passengers waiting. We can get the mail service in soon. Gecko Depot. Yeah. Fantastic, eh? Right now, before we get the mail system pushed in here, there's a few of you watching now, so there's some cool little things to tell you about. So, if you didn't see my last video, I got the best score in OpenTTD, and I didn't build any vehicles, and I didn't lay any track. So, if you haven't seen that, you can watch that out and find out. The next video is coming out sometime very soon, and is top secret. It may come out on Saturday, and if it does come out on Saturday, there will be a sneak peek short or a teaser short coming out tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. He says checking the time, making sure we haven't gone past midnight, getting my days right. But keep an eye out for those coming. And if you're not already subscribed, then do feel free to get subscribed. We are up. Oh, there it is! There's the juice! Oh, fantastic! How did you guys do that? I said earlier in the live stream, get subscribed. We need 14 people. Come along. And here it is, everybody. Obviously now we need another 1,111 people to subscribe to get the 3s. But thank you very much for the 3 and the 2s. That's pretty cool, isn't it, eh? Very nice indeed. Let's see if the town will now let me add the mail service. Nope, they hate me too much. They hate me too much. They hate me too much. And they hate me too much. So, there we go. How many people have we got waiting at these stations? Not many. The ratings are really good. I'll tell you what we do need to do, though. Build the statue of the company owner. That will boost my ratings. And the boost in the ratings, hopefully, will mean more passengers and stuff. There we are. Statue of the company owner in all the towns. Now, we did a station over here, but I'm pretty sure we got a statue on this town already. Yes, we have. And then we did this town as well. And we've already got a statue here. Do these guys hate me still? They think I'm very poor. Yeah, I remembered the statue all by myself. Thank you. Yeah. So, there was a town that liked me. I'm not sure if there was a town that liked me. Oh yeah, that town's not too bad. Yeah. Let me have a quick drink. Refresh my palate. There we go, thank you. Alright then, how are we doing on over here? We've got a lot of trains waiting to come in. I think one of them just broke down temporarily, so that's why there's a little bit of a small queue there. There's also nothing waiting. I think the trams are doing a very good job. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, there's a few passengers. I think we might need a few more trams. Yeah, we need a few more trams. So we'll clone this one. We'll do another 10 trams. That's a lot of trams, right? Wow, 26 billion in the bank. That's brilliant, isn't it? 64H, good evening, welcome. Yeah, just getting the dinging noises of these road vehicles coming in now. But why is pressing H not working? Does that not work in the mod? Presumably it still works for the other vehicles, right? Like, where's one of these trains? Yeah, sound effect still works. I mean, it's a little quiet for you guys maybe, but there we are. Yes, you can press H and make train horn noise and stuff, yeah. Buttons are just another bready product though. I like a lot of bready products, but I can't eat much. Can't do it. Right then, so far we have added a pretty nice, sleek, standard junction that Guild Games was inspired us to build. Then we came over here and we did a ridiculous junction with a depot on it that is actually working completely and utterly fine. And then we added this junction down here, not because we particularly wanted to add this junction, but because we wanted to do this. Or, I say we, I wanted to do this. And there's a question, is there any four-ways? Now, I would love to do a four-way junction. It's just, with a line that goes down the coast, I don't think there's anywhere where we can do it that makes sense. Originally, I was looking forward to doing some four-way junctions. But this is the main line here. It goes down the coast. So everything is just turning... well, maybe... maybe we could do a junction here. Let's zoom in on that. Boop. So, our line currently goes across like this. But if we extended it a little bit and put the diagonal in there, right? We could potentially do a junction that goes across like this. And into the water, I know. Not great. But somehow then links up with this town. And then links up with this or both of these towns this way. Now, there's a few problems with this, okay? Problem number one, we'd have to move the this piece of track over. That's not massive. Problem number two, there's currently depots here, and we'd have to move them and possibly put depots in other places. Problem number three, I have no idea how we'd get across this body of water. 4, there's not really room for a station here. 5, this is all a big mess. Sounds like a perfect spot for a diverging diamond. I mean, you could probably get track down here like this, right? And if you were doing it symmetrical, the other track would go off this way. Right. And you would need a little bit more space here. So the only problem is that there's this farm in the way. You could probably then go this side of the farm instead, right? Diverging diamond only works well with cars, but not with trains. I don't think it would work well with trains. Sorry. If that was not clear, I was agreeing with Guild Games. Where's the music gone? Oh, we're in the wrong view. Boop. There we go. You got chocolate? Oh, I wish I had chocolate. Chocolate flavoured something. Yeah, maybe it would be a right mess in OpenTTD. But this is definitely the best candidate on the line for a four-way junction. Donuts. Ooh. So what I would probably do is, if this town would let me, I would just take those out there. And then we'd come back to the British station platforms. Get the standard platform, put a 12x4 station in there. Can't believe I'm doing this. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, why do I go ahead and make the not the most difficult, but give myself the ridiculous challenges? You know why? Because overcoming challenges in games is fun. That's one of the reasons why I don't like easy games. I'm sorry, I just don't like easy games. Never have. I struggle to find any enjoyment in any easy game. Right. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? The station's in. Let's tidy it up a little bit. And oh no, that's the wrong button. Let's put the bits of track on there. Buffer stops on there. Even if I don't do any more to the station, that's a nice basic station, right? Cheese and biscuits. Oh, cheese and crackers with pickle, with sweet pickle. Num num. Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress is a game I would love to play if I had time, but I'd probably end up playing EVE Online. If I had more time to play games, the game I'd probably play a little bit more would be EVE Online. That'd be probably the next one in the list. Obviously, like, alright, micro time. Well, here we go. It's tangent time. So, if you forget about me playing games for the purposes of content creation, then my current favourites are EVE, Minecraft, PUBG. Let's get my Steam library to remind me. Yeah, probably just EVE, Minecraft, and PUBG are my top 3 at the moment. I've been enjoying a little bit of Dave the Diver on my handheld, which I need to remember I've accidentally left upstairs. And what else? Super Tux Kart with the Viewer Plus subscribers was great fun the other night, and I'm looking forward to doing Beyond All Reason on Monday. Now, of course, that's on the second channel, so if you want to see me play Beyond All Reason with some of the viewers, or maybe even take part, come over to the Discord. There's a community gaming night channel. On there's all the information, or you can ask for more, and you can find the second channel on my website. Or it's at the bottom of my website, or it's on the bottom of my channel page. EVE Online is basically Space Pirates. It's great fun. It's great fun. I love EVE Online. I've played it for many years. I've stopped playing it sometimes because I haven't had time, but I've always ended up going back to it. Honourable mentions. Okay, let's... OpenRCT 2, City Skylines 2, RimWorld, all games that I've played recently that I've really enjoyed. And this is just recent stuff. If you're going back in time, you've got things like Kerbal and Factorio, which have been absolutely brilliant games. World of Warcraft. I wish I had time to play World of Warcraft. And you know what I'd love to do? I would love to play every major Final Fantasy game in order. It was a thing that I had. I'm actually in the middle of a RimWorld Let's Play over on the Max Permadeath channel. Have we got a Max Permadeath kind of like thing? Let's have a look. No, that didn't work. Anyway, let's go back. Yeah, so Max Permadeath is another channel. It's a bit of a side project. It's on hold at the moment. Should be coming back in the future. FTL, that's another fantastic one. Right, we've got the station in. We've got the signals in. We've got a line in. It's coming up to here. We're going to have to decommission these and move them. So let's add the new ones first. I don't know where the new ones are going to go, actually. Probably just here. So let's move this diagonal then. So if we're moving this diagonal out, the least amount we can move it is right around this farm. Okay, so let's do that. Doing this bit by bit to prepare the whole area for this junction. So now we need to get the land to come out, holding control to get the diagonal land placing. Go. I mean, if you want to go back in time, there's a lot of other games which were key. I've just been really talking about the games that I've been playing at the moment and games that I would like to play more. I think the number one game I'd like to play more is probably EVE Online. I'd love to do a Final Fantasy Let's Play. I'd love to do a World of Warcraft Let's Play. You probably never see either of those on this channel. But for, you know, just gaming purposes. Right. Just double checking. Final Fantasy 14 will swallow all your free time. Was that... Which one was the one that was the MMO? That wasn't 14, that was 15, right? I can't remember, to be honest. To be honest, I cannot remember. Right, so there's the diagonal I did. Yeah. Did you try Space Engineers? We've got a server. We used to play Space Engineers. That was great fun. We used to do it... it's a Viewer Plus server. And we used to do... we used to do Viewer Plus gaming nights. 11 and 14 are the MMOs. I'd probably skip the MMOs. I'd want to do all the single line ones. Right, let's also get these depots out of here. Alright, we can get rid of the old line. We have Be Right Back clips from Space Engineers. Yeah. There is some good old content from that. Yeah. Right then, whilst I'm doing this bit, let's announce the winner of the monthly game giveaway. So the monthly game giveaway is for Transport Fever. It's a fantastic game. If you want to be within a chance of winning it, it's probably too late because I'm going to end the giveaway. If you want to maybe win next month's giveaway, keep an eye out on Discord or social media or on my YouTube to find out more. But the winner of the giveaway is... Presley. Fantastic! I think that's how you say that. If that's you, you'll be getting an email and you'll need to use that email to claim your prize. You've got 25 days to claim your prize. Thank you. Thank you to everybody, especially the Viewer Plus subscribers, for making it possible to do these giveaways. In the early days, the only reason I was able to do the giveaways at all was thanks to the Viewer Plus subscribers. And these days, obviously, I am trying to go full-time with content creation, so that makes things a little bit different. Now, if you want to know more about my transition from what's the word I'm looking for? From hobby content creation to full-time content creation, I am planning on doing a video about that, but that video will be on my second channel. So you want to go over to the Variety channel, get subscribed for that. Right then, so we have now moved, got rid of the depots, moved this piece of track, and we're going to put the new depots in up here. So let's do that now. We'll go along 9. That's where we then need to cut out the 6 pieces of track. 6 pieces of track allow me to put in the hill for the depots. And down the other side. Oh. Go. Connect it down here when there's not a train in the way. Yeah, a couple of people have asked me how the transition from doing content creation as a hobby to doing it as a full-time job. They've asked me a few questions about that, so I'm kind of collating a lot of that. And I'm going to be putting a little video out on the second channel at some point. How long are your trains on the map? Most of them are 10. We do have some trains that are shorter for various other little reasons. I think the max length is 12 or 15. I can't remember actually. I think it's 15 is the maximum length. Okay, so we've moved the depots over here. Ideally, I'd like more depots down here as well, but there's just river and station. And more river. And then there's some more depots. So that's going to have to do, I think. Okay? I don't think I'm going to be able to move depots anywhere else. So that's most of the problems overcome. Then we can build the junction, but also we've got to get out over here. And I have no idea about where I'm going to put the station or why or how. What I could do is just build this bit of land out a little bit, put the station on there, and do a shuttle service of some description. Second channel. Yes, I've got a few different channels. Right, okay. Very quickly going to try and show you guys. Because this is... You can either go to my link tree, which is okay, or you can go to masterhellish.net, right? If you go to masterhellish.net and go down to the bottom of the website, I'm just trying to show you on the stream. You need to zoom in to do it a little bit. That should do it, I think. Yep, there we go. Where's the button? There it is. So I'm covering it up. I'm covering it up a little bit with my face. Let's move me. Boop. Let's put me up here. So, and this is the bottom of my website, right? And the bottom of my website, you've got links to all sorts of things, right? Including the places that I stream. I don't currently stream to Twitch, and I don't currently stream to Steam, but I have done in the past. So I've left those links there. I'll probably put brackets next to them, say like old locations or something. YouTube gaming channel, that's the one you're watching on now. Okay, maybe I should draw on this. Right, so this is the one you are watching right now. The variety channel is my second channel. Okay, so if you want to see vlogs, LAN parties, community gaming nights, and all of that sort of stuff, you need to get yourself on the variety channel as well as this main channel. And then in the other project section, that's where we've got Max Permadeath and Fantastic Free Games. They're both kind of on hold at the moment while I'm growing my main channel. But once the main channel has grown to a good point, that'll then unlock these two to start coming along as well. So there we are. Any questions, let me know. No, I'm currently not streaming to Twitch. I did an announcement at the beginning of my last live stream. Basically, the short version of the story is that Twitch don't want you to stream at a higher bitrate to other locations at the same time. It's against their rules, and they have started enforcing these rules, but they won't let you stream at a higher bitrate unless you're like partner or something. So they won't let me stream higher on Twitch, and they don't want me to stream higher anywhere else. So I would have to degrade the quality everywhere else, and I basically was like, bye Twitch, I can do better elsewhere. Thank you, bye. Right then, so yeah, maybe station here and like some ships. Should we do some ships today? Bring it in, and then we can connect that up. How would that work? Yeah, I'm struggling with this. I mean, obviously, I could just do a big landmass. Should we do a vote, or should we let the wheel decide? We'll do a vote. Hang on a second. Let me just... I had to zoom in to show you that website thing. We're going to do a vote on the portal. So, if you're not on the portal, you can go to the portal as long as you're logged in on the website. Making an account on the website is free. You might miss the vote now, but ships or trains plus more land. Okay, so that vote is on the portal now. If you are already on the portal, just refresh and that vote will pop up at the top of your page. Small islands and bridges. I mean, we can do small islands and bridges across here to get across. That's fine. But like, how do we then build a station at the town? So we either need to do a big piece of land, or we're going to use ships and then maybe ship people across. You're on mobile, so you can't go to the portal without YouTube stopping. Yeah, so for that you would need YouTube Premium. Or just quickly go to the portal and come back again. Or use another device. You give up asking questions. Well, you don't have to give up asking questions. It's just I can't necessarily read everything in chat because there's a lot to chat and there's a lot to do. But are you going to take a junction design from Discord? We've done that twice already this live stream. So we did Guild Games right at the beginning, and then we took another design and we just took the idea of the design. We didn't copy the design of the junction, but we took the concept of adding a depot on the junction. So that's exactly what we've been doing. Your phone does not have picture-in-picture YouTube function. Most phones, you have to have YouTube Premium to be able to do that. But some phones, I think you can split the screen. You can do split screen, yeah. If you're on Android and you have split screen. Right, I'm going to end that vote now. So hopefully we've had a few people vote on that. And the winner, and the way that we're going to do this,
fantastic,
is trains plus more land. No ships. Not on this occasion. If that's what you wanted, DJ Egg, I am sorry. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to temporarily do a big piece of land like this. Then I'm going to make a hole in it that's 7 long. Then I'm going to put another hole in it that's 7 long. Oops. Let me get that right. There we go. Does that make the bridges 7 long? Is that the gap 7 long? It makes the gap 7 long. Okay, let's do 2 more that way. Yeah, okay. So there's our bridges going in here. You know what? Doing it like that and then deleting the land afterwards is an easy way to measure out your bridges. Because most of the time, let's just find a bit of land that isn't being used. Most of the time, what people do is they come in and they go, oh, I'll put my land up here, and then I'll put my land up there, and then they put their bridges between, and they're like, oh, that's length 8, and then, oh, wait, that's length, like, 7 or whatever, and then it's not even, and they get annoyed or move it. Surely, what I just did then, of putting a big, as long as you've got plenty of money, putting a big long line in, and then going, okay, I'm going to remove 2 there, and then I'm going to remove 2 there, and then I'm going to remove, like, 2 there, and then you know the gaps are going to be 4, because obviously you've got the slopes. You just remove the land, and it's a lot easier, because you can measure it. I might do that more in future. Much more expensive. Oh, yes. But when you've got 27 billion in the bank account, I think it's the way forward. I think it is certainly a good option. Right, let's get these signals down the line. There we go. So then ideally I want a station here, which is going to be 12 by 4. I think that's right. Must demolish. Oh, the town built a building there right as I was trying to build the station, I think. What building? Oh, that one as well. Hopefully this town doesn't proceed to hate me too much. They let me put the station in. That's a good start. Do we have ships going through here? I think we've got ships going through there. Oh no. Okay, let's forget about the ships to begin with. And then we'll figure something out. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what to do about this. Let's see, that wants to be there. Let's cross that over. Yeah, I think the ships might have to go a long way around. Too bad we can't do like a boat tunnel, right? There's no tunnels for boats. Are there any OpenTTD devs watching? Because if there are, I would love a tunnel boat. Yeah. An aqueduct. You think I should go up and then back down again? No. What I'm going to do, because we don't need signals here, is that I'm going to take a gap through here. This is the closest thing we can do for tunnels, and that is just build a bunch of bridges. I built the wrong one. I just need to hold control and oh no, build the same one as last time. There we go. There we go. Because we only need a signal here, and we then signals there, so that's not too bad. Yeah, you can do bridges right after the station. Yeah, that will resolve the problem. And I'm going to just neaten this bit up. I mean, we've somehow got to get people into this station, like actually do buses going in. Let's get the buffer stops in. Right, let's have a look. Here we go. Buffer stops and the end of the platform as well. Yeah, you can upgrade the bridges without bombing them. Yes, you can. I often forget that. Yeah. You know you can just click on the bridge? Yeah. I do know. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, you know, but when you're doing it, you go to habits. Like the old habit of doing what I used to do. Oh, look, bridges. Ships using our bridges. That's where we should have a ship tunnel. But you know what? Doing it like that, I actually kind of like it. I don't mind those 3 bridges there like that. It works fine. We wasn't going to have signals there anyway. It's quite short. We could make it bigger if we wanted. We could also give them another option, like somewhere like through here. There is no reason why we can't just give ships another option. They won't use that. And now the farm's cut off. The farmland over here. But that's fine. We don't care about that, do we? But there we go. Right. Okay, folks. Let's just do a quick recap. So we have our main line that we came in. And this is the new main line. We popped in a junction, which then we eventually got some trains going in and out of. It's a very nice little junction. Then we did a crazy junction with a crazy theory that we could put a depot on a junction and actually make it work. And you know what? It is actually working. Trains are a little bit slow around that corner, I think, when they're accelerating, but that's not too bad. We've got a nice little station in here with the transfers. And then we added this little weird thing with all these trams going backwards and forwards. These towns are actually starting to grow a little bit. And we have had quite a few people at here, but the ratings for mail is 100. I'm not sure how, because we haven't picked any mail up from here yet. We dropped it off. Yeah, I have no idea how we got mail. Oh, I see. We accept a tiny bit of mail from our spread station. Okay, fair enough. And then, what we're working on now is we are going to have a big crossing junction with these 2 new stations that need hooking up to their towns with road services. And we're going to do that next time. Okay, folks, it has gone past 11 o'clock here in the UK at night. So in a little while's time, it's going to be midnight. I need to get to bed because tomorrow morning I'm going to be up early finishing off the video that hopefully will be coming out on Saturday. And like I told the Discord people, I think this video that I'm going to be doing is going to be probably, I hope it'll be the most interesting, fun and different OpenTTD video I've ever done. Fingers crossed that will come out on time on Saturday. It is going to be brilliant, and hopefully you guys will come and join me for not only watching that video, but come next week so we can do this junction and carry on. So leaving you on a little bit of a cliffhanger, we're going to start this 4-way junction next time. But that's going to be all from me for this time. We're going to just quickly do the... Oh no, we did the giveaway, didn't we? We did the giveaway, and everything is all done and sorted. So thank you very much, everybody. Take care, keep the support coming, and we'll see you soon. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.